Why am I going to talk about this? It's 3 years old, almost 4. Simple fact being, this VTuber has gotten hate for 4 years for nothing. Let me repeat this. This VTuber, once known as Bunga Taiga, now known as Taigaholic, has been getting hate for something he did not do for 4 years. And it comes up because certain things have happened within the past week. I wasn't really planning on talking about this because I have talked about it in the past, and and I never made a dedicated stream for it. But this here happened. Anybody who doesn't know who this is, she was one of the people who didn't like Taiga. This person here. And we need to start at the beginning to truly understand what's going on here. To truly have a full perspective of how wrong this situation is. How something so disgusting continues to happen. Not just to him or her. I'm sorry. I gotta use the correct pronouns. My bad. Her. Things that happen to her. Not her. Her. Why heinous things keep happening to her. But we gotta start the beginning. How it all started. So let's start there. We'll start at the beginning. All right. How did this hate campaign start? Well, according to Google AI, which is actually right. According to several Reddit and YouTube sources, the hate campaign against Taigaholic, a VTuber, appears to have been initiated by a former Twitch moderator of Taiga's channel, known as Vitch's Base Archive, or whatever that is. This individual accused of stalking Taiga and orchestrating mass false reporting campaigns against him, leading deplatforming of Taiga's YouTube channel, Twitter, TikTok accounts. There are claims that this individual targeted other VTubers like Shy Lily, Squid Chan, and Fifi as well. Additional to this individual has been poured in the past. Discord and Twitch moderators of Taiga were also involved creating a document that aimed to expose them, further fueling the controversy. It's important to note that Nuxtaku, another influencer, has also accused of falsely portraying Taiga as a groomer and contributing to the negative narrative surrounding them. It's partially right. Let me say again, it's partially right. I don't know if Vintage Base Archive, stupid thing, was actually a moderator for Taiga's Twitch channel. What I do know is that a document was created. Wrong one. By 2 former Discord moderators and someone that donated money to Taiga on Twitch stream, which, as you're going to see, was a large sum of money.
Hey, hey!
As the
Like I said, a large sum of money. And that's just the first time he donated. This is not like Mr. Beast donating. At all. This person kept on these amounts, and it did get higher. As it continues on. Taiga's mistake was he kept the money. That's really what his mistake was. He kept the money. When someone donates that large amount of money, it's typically, unless it's Mr. Beast or someone in that type of circle, there's a string attached to it that they want something from you. And this person here supposedly, allegedly, wanted something from Taiga. I'm going to let you make your own logical conclusions on that. What would someone want from a person who's gay? They had a habit of doing, basically doing the whole parasocial thing. What would a male person want from a gay VTuber? I'll let you make your own logical conclusions on that one. But he got with two former Discord moderators, and they put together a website and a document when supposedly, allegedly, Taiga turned down their advancements. Okay. I gotta say supposedly, allegedly, because there were documents, but they're no longer available online. And you can't even use the Wayback Machines to find them. Okay, they've been scrubbed from the internet. I don't know if someone took them down or if Google Documents had a glitch and just deleted them. Just don't know. I can't say this person did it or that person did it because there's no proof that they did it. But there are things here that still hints to it. Okay, these three individuals created a document accusing Taiga of one, being pedophile, two, having inappropriate conversations once with a supposedly underage person, and purchasing underage lewd artwork. And also saying derogatory things about the LGBTQ community and saying racist things. That's what their document claimed. And it was spread. They have websites. This Adrian person had a lot of money. And I do mean a lot of money. He was in cryptocurrency, and apparently he had a few $1,000,000 to his name. And excuse me for a minute. I had to deal with those. In other words, I had to put my phone on mute. And let's just say he had plenty of resources to create a narrative. A narrative which, no, people choose to follow. And if they actually took time and looked at it, whatever. I had stuff here. Oh, there it is. What are you doing? That certain people took it upon themselves to say it was gospel. These people push this narrative around within the VTuber community to get Taiga canceled. One of them, okay, was her, Marina. Who is she? Okay. Yeah, I don't think I saved it. Yeah, I did. I'm not 100% organized like I usually am because I wasn't sure what I was going to start with. Okay, Marina. Okay. Of course, she's on Blue Sky. Whatever. No, that's her prerogative. Okay, she's a Twitch partner. She, hers, her pronouns. She's a progressive politics and human rights. I make bigots mad. Hopefully, she includes herself in this. Taiga's gay. She ran around with this document calling Taiga a pedophile, and that he bought child porn and all this other stuff. All these accusations with he took a lot. If I wish he had access to that document, because if you read it, you would see big leaps in logic, big holes in the accusations. And one of the things here to remember, there's no proof that Taiga did anything. And the one thing he did admit to, when it was something he did when he was a minor, and it wasn't something serious. Okay. And we'll get to that part. But we're still working on the people who help propagate this stuff, who started this. Now, we got to remember Adrian and the two former Discord mods. Well, they wised up. They realized that, hey, he hasn't been arrested for doing any harm to children. We can't call him a pedophile. We can get sued for defamation. And the two Discord mods can't, the allegations they made based on one DM, just one, which was basically, from what I understand, I wish I could show it to you, but I have seen it, was a joke from It Was Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Was it a bad joke? Yeah. But it was a joke. It was obviously a joke. I mean, anybody who read that document must have a brain capacity of a 12-year-old in order to believe it. Which explains why she started spreading around and telling people all these heinous things and using that document as her proof. No, I don't like people who spread false accusations. I also don't like people who manipulate people to, get clout, to enlarge their audience based on doing things to hurt someone that had done nothing wrong. It's just one of those things where it started to snowball. And there was other players involved. I don't know 100% sure if this person, this Sylvia, whatever guy, was involved in the original spreading of this said document. There is people who believe he was. Couldn't find proof. I'm just being honest. I couldn't find proof. But he has shown, and there's when I asked Google AI, leave. I don't yet leave. Don't know that why that shit's downloading. When I asked Google AI who this person is, I don't know why it didn't go to that, but whatever. It comes up with a whole bunch of unrelated stuff to Taika. Okay. And it's just one of those things. It just asks why someone who's basically been canceled, Taika, and wasn't really part of this. I mean, we have Adrian, vintage base archive, basically the guy who mass flagged Taika's channel, his Twitter, and all his socials, and others. We'll get to others in a minute. But he wasn't in this. But he apparently has come into play for some unknown reasons. Okay, which we'll talk about later. But the interesting thing that happened was someone decided to step in. To put his 2 cents in. Nope. Wrong one. Sorry. Where was it? Well, let's tell you to say. Leave.
I suppose it's literally a cancel culture, isn't it? Contrary to popular belief, I'm not drama obsessed, and I'm not very good at this. Inexplicably, a YouTuber, VTuber, they released a video and a bunch of tweets claiming that I had lied about the reason my channel was taken down. Which obviously I didn't lie, right? I've been documenting every single strike and warning, and the person who has been harassing me and stalking me about these strikes and warnings for months. It's all well documented. I mean, it was until my Twitter got taken down, I suppose. And then the stalker's Twitter got taken down, I suppose. So maybe it's not as well documented as it used to be, but we have a lot of screenshots and we've got a lot of, messages from them dating back months. So she made a video basically saying, hey, you're lying about the reason you were taken down. You were actually taken down because it was ban evasion, which obviously doesn't make sense because it can't be ban evasion if I wasn't banned yet. And, the screenshots and the emails all say nudity and sexual content. And that's pretty seriously claimed that I lied. But the problem is she kind of used this claim of me lying about why my channel was taken down to then imply that I was committing fraud with the GoFundMe. Basically, because I was lying about the reason my channel was taken down, there would never be any chance of this GoFundMe, and the lawyers succeeding. And therefore, I purposely deceived you guys into donating, because if I lied about the reason my channel was taken down, then I'm lying about the reason I'm making the GoFundMe. It wasn't well researched. The reason my channel was taken down is well established, and we made it clear with the GoFundMe that it's not a guarantee of anything. It's just, it is what it is, We're gonna try. I don't know. I don't want to spend too long harping on it. I went over their initial apology last night on a separate podcast, Under the Tea. Gave them the correct information several times, which they initially ignored on Twitter for a good while. Eventually, she realized, okay, I'm very, very wrong. And then she made a new apology, which is up on her Twitter now. And it's also up on her community channel, the community posts of her YouTube channel. I'm upset that this keeps happening, I guess. I'm upset that people
It's something that keeps happening. Why this small hate campaign? Let's face facts. This person here, this Maria person, at the time wasn't very big. She didn't have a large following. Put this way, she didn't have as large a following as Taiga did. Taiga, I believe, if someone can correct me if I'm wrong, they can post a comment, or no, post it in chat, and so everybody can see it. Had about 800,000 subscribers, and was on his way to 1 million. I mean, I think at the point of when this happened, he was streaming or being a VTuber for about a year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying that's probably the time frame there. But anyway, I believe it was about 800,000 when all this happened. Maria, not even close. Not even close. And for whatever reason, she didn't like him or her. I think at the time it was him, but that's no. I'm going. Okay, he doesn't have his pronouns up. If I misgender you, Tiger, I do apologize. Okay, but she was not as popular. She was not as successful as the rate he was going. So she was spreading this stuff, going to his friends and tell him, hey, he's a pedophile. Hey, he brought CP. You shouldn't collab with him. He's going to drag you down. Manipulative tactics based on a document that a caveman would have trouble believing. But she finally found someone so damn gullible and so mentally handicapped He chose to believe it. And he partnered up, or let me rephrase that. He didn't partner up with somebody. He collabed with somebody that didn't have the wherewithal to say a magic word. That be uh, and you see the names I'm typing. And I'm doing this for a reason. Let's spell his name wrong. This video here, 2 years ago. All right.
So there is this.
Okay, let me be very clear. I'm not playing this video. I can't stand Nux's voice. It's literally like nails on a chalkboard for me. I just can't stand his voice. That's not the reason I don't like him. There's other people who I think are good people. I just can't listen to. I can't listen to them. Their voice just like it gets on my nerves. I just can't listen to them. But this was 2 years ago. All right, here we are. This is where he admits that he edited a video. Okay. The part he edited out was the accusation he made that he didn't know the whole story. Okay. Now, I'll be honest with you. If someone said that, I don't know the whole story. I got 3 options. 1, I could not say anything. That's plausible deniability. Okay? I could say nothing. Unless asked, do you want me to talk about? Then I can reply with something, whether it be a yay or nay. Okay, that's on me. 2, I could do the nay move. Okay, stop. Since we don't know the whole story, we're not going to talk about it. No. Wash our hands of it. We don't know what's going on. Let's not talk about it. Or 3, get a goofy grin on our face and basically say, tell me more. Guess which one Moist Critical? Charlie did. He got the goofy grin on his face and said, tell me more. All right? That makes him complicit in this. Because at this particular juncture, 2 years ago, Nux's reputation was shit. Because of the V Shoujo stuff. His reputation was shit. That's why he was collabing with people like Moist Critical, like Mudahar, like people who have a better reputation than he did. So he can get a rub of their reputation to help his reputation. And so he would do these collabs with them so to make him look good, for Nux to look good. Well, in this case, he has now anchored his reputation around Moist Critical, Charlie's neck, and pulling him into a shit show that he probably doesn't really want to be a part of. But getting back to it, like I said, Nuck says, I don't know the whole story. Charlie gets a stupid grin on his face and says something to the effect of, tell me more. And proceeds to accuse Bunga Taiga, now known as Taigaholic, of being a pedophile and a groomer, which was something that was not in the document, by the way. That's something that Nux made up all by himself. He said, according to a friend. According to a friend. I wonder who that friend may be. I wouldn't have a clue to who that friend may have happened to be to give this so-called factual document to Nux, or tell him about this wonderful, well-written, this is sarcasm, by the way, document to Nux. Just wondering out of curiosity. I wouldn't have a fucking clue. And the infinite brain power of Nux Taku proceeded to not only to say what that document falsely accuses Taiga of doing, but also all on his own added groomer allegations now. All right. So he edited it out. Well, this is something that he said. Possible. I read and I call it possible. This is the first time he ever cared about possibly causing misinformation. After this, he never gave a fuck again. Okay? This part is true. He did reach out to Taiga and apologize to him. It was a half-ass apology, in my opinion. Okay? And we'll let Taiga explain that when we get done here in this part. And just discuss my plan going forward with him. I hope the truth comes. It did. Okay, 2 months after this video release, after it had over 250,000 views, the truth came out. Okay? Hope the truth will be guilt or innocence. And I intend to set the record straight in the future when I understand the situation better. Taiga informed me that there's a private investigator working on this with the police and asked that I drop it for now. Okay. Hold on. Attitude. Charlie has nothing to do with this. This was privately recorded and only on my platform. Moron. It was a publicly released video. Charlie has everything to do with it. And by the way, when he edited this became unpinned and it was down for a year. So for a year, no one saw this. You forgot to put this. Oh, I apologize for this being down for a year. My bad. He's a fucking moron. I'm not specifying who. Because I think Charlie's a fucking moron too. Nux and Charlie are fucking morons. And the reason being, they don't have the wherewithal of researching shit before opening their mouth. You don't make allegations of someone being a pedophile and think you can just brush it off. Or not apologizing for being so fucking wrong publicly. Now, those two were going to say they did. Now, listen, I spent $20 of my own money to get Charlie to say he said it on a stream. I dare you to go find the fucking stream. You will have to wade through over 2 years of streams to find it. Because it's not in the fucking title. Same with Nux. Now, there's clips of Nux saying he's sorry and all this stuff. But you're not going to find a dedicated video with Taiga's name in the title. Him apologizing. Because it's not worth the effort. He thinks he's done enough. He thinks everything should be fine. Nux and Charlie, you're not the victim. You're not the one who's been called a pedophile. And thanks to Nux and a groomer, going on 3 years. That's not happening to you. For the last 3 years, it's been happening to Taiga. What gives you the right to say, I've done enough? You weren't the person that was wrong. Hey, Nux, I'm going to put it to this way. People saying, hey, V showed you treated like shit and all that now after all that drama. What makes it better? What makes you better than V showed you right at the moment after what you did to Taiga? You buried everything in streams. You don't put his name in titles. You have never come out with a video with Taiga's name in the title, say, I fucked over Taiga 100%, like you currently do with all your so-called investigative or reaction content. I mean, I can make a thumbnail saying Nux and Charlie are 100% fucked right now if I want to be a moron. But because of Charlie Moist Critical's brand, because of his reputation of calling out other content creators, that he has, he goes by another name other than Moist Critical and Charlie, Internet Jesus. I know it's a joking thing, but people look at him as a beloved content creator. So when he took part of a video where someone is being accused of being a pedophile and a groomer and a purchaser of CP, it carries weight. Whether you think that's fair or not, it doesn't matter. It's the reality. It may be, and no one can really argue with that. Charlie's reputation validated those false accusations at the time. Not Nux. Nux's reputation has been shit for years. No one takes him seriously. Okay, he wants to be Charlie. He wants to be Asmongold. He wants to be Tectone. But he'll never be those people. Because his reputation is shit. No one trusts him. But the damage was done. Then eventually a document, which I can't show you anymore because it's not up anymore. It's called the Exoneration of Bunga Taiga. I'll admit, this is me admitting something. In my opinion, I have problems with that document. Because I do have I have family that was in law enforcement. I know how reports work. I know how investigation reports work. There's no opinions. Just facts. Opinions are the last thing stated. You don't start your report with an opinion. PIs don't do that either. And Nux, get your fucking facts right. Taiga didn't hire this person. I wish you would do research before you let bullshit fly out of your mouth. This happened 2 months after this video. I really wish I could show you that document. And also, the reason why I want to show it to you, one, there is some things in there that clear up some misconceptions. But the main thing I wanted that document for is this. Taiga admits when he was a minor, he purchased lewd artwork of anime characters from Hunter x Hunter, if I remember correctly. They were fully clothed, they weren't nude, and what they were doing was kissing. That's it. That's the CP, by the way. That's the deplorable thing that Taiga admits when he was a minor. He has stated that he's never purchased anything like that since then. I believe him because there's no proof that he has. There's proof that Nux has done some pretty fucking heinous shit with artwork, but not Taiga. And he regrets it. He's not, no, let's be honest. Two fully clothed so-called minor children anime characters kissing. Yeah, that's CP, all right, I guess. And what the fuck is wrong with you? The other thing that he admits to that he was when he gets stressed out, he will say some mean things to people. And he did say mean things to his moderators. He was venting. They took it personal. They also wanted to have, according to some people, a very, very close relationship with Taiga. Just saying. Taiga, at this time of when this video went up, I believe was 19. All the shit that supposedly happened, the pedophile stuff, the CP stuff, being mean to minor. No, people, I want to make this very clear. And I've said this about other things. When you're 19, you're not fucking mature. You're very, very immature. You make mistakes. You shouldn't be held accountable for the rest of your fucking life unless it was illegal. Which things that Taiga did that he admits to, I hate to tell everybody that hates him, wasn't fucking illegal. Not a damn thing he did was illegal. Not according to Canadian law, not according to American law, and quite frankly, most around the world, it wasn't fucking illegal. I mean, purchasing artwork of two fully clothed male individuals kissing isn't illegal. Regardless if they're minors or not, it's not fucking illegal. At all. Now, some people can have issues with it. Fine. But you need to recognize the fact it isn't illegal. And you have to recognize the fact Taiga was 15 when he did it. He was a minor himself. And the things that he's accused of doing as far as being a pedophile, he wasn't a legal adult at the time. He was still a minor under the law. And by most society standards, he was a minor and immature. Unlike someone who's about to turn 30 and hasn't grown up from the time he was 16 and has matured to a level of a 12-year-old, Taiga has an excuse. I don't know what Nux and Charlie's excuse is, because they act, all that I just described, maturity, about to turn 30. Yeah, I believe Charlie's over 30. The brain, the mental capacity of a 12-year-old. Both of them. And the inability to take full accountability of their actions. They could have put out a video 2 months after this one. Hell, 6 months after this one. A year after this one. And it will help decrease the harassment. But they didn't. They buried it in streams. They ducked and weaved from taking accountability. Now, people are going to bring up the fact that, hey, Nux went on this stream and apologized. He went on that stream and apologized. He went on this stream and apologized. He is a pussy. Let me say that again. And I'm going to be even clearer. Nux and Charlie, Moist Critical, are pussies. They are cowards. They're immature little pricks. Because they think they've done enough. That they have righted their wrongs. Because it makes them feel good. So basically what Nux Taku, Moist Critical / Charlie are saying, fuck the victim. Not literally. Fuck the victim's feeling. Fuck our victim's reputation. Fuck the victim being able to follow his dreams because we feel like we've done enough. Boys, it doesn't fucking matter what you feel. It only matters what your victim feels. And that's Taiga, not you two. So grow up and be an adult and take public accountability for your actions in the same way that you help destroy someone's dreams. Because you two are pathetic. Now that I've basically sat there and gone after two major, well, one slightly popular VTuber in Nux, but a major content creator in Charlie. Yeah, that's going to help me a lot. So, but it doesn't stop here. Whether they intended or not doesn't fucking matter here. What they did, the result of the action, the result of having Moist Critical Charlie in this video, they amplified the hate campaign. They gave it credence. They made it credible. That's what they did. Whether they meant to or not doesn't fucking matter. Only thing that matters is the results of their actions. So here's the thing. Because they did this, more people joined the hate campaign against Taiga. More people. And one of those is called Vintage Base Archive. Vintage Base Archive mass reported all of Taiga's socials. All of them. To get him canceled. Now, people are going to say you can mass report a YouTube channel and it won't get it taken down. I don't know if that's true or not. Because there's different ways to mass report. Does one username constantly reporting a video effective? No. But someone that has multiple usernames to make it appear like it's a large crowd because, no, let's put it bluntly, they have fucking issues. Well, yeah. You can get someone's channel terminated. You know, and here's the thing. He managed to scrub this from the internet, by the way. He admits that he reported Taiga's channel 48 times until it got taken down. I'm going to do the whole thing that I don't particularly enjoy doing, which is reading between the lines. Was those 48 times the same user name? Or is it 48 different usernames? No, the questions that people don't want to ask. You think, oh, he's using his own rule. There's only one username 48 times. Oh, because they're stupid. They don't want to ask the hard questions. They don't want to think like a depraved individual, which apparently this person is. Because to go after someone that you just don't like, oh dear God, I don't want him to anything to do with VTubers I like. This person has problems. He has serious fucking mental issues. To go after someone who he doesn't like because he doesn't like their content, or doesn't like it because they're gay, doesn't like because certain things that he posts on Twitter, which I'll be honest, I don't particularly like him either. But here's the thing, unlike him, I don't watch Taiga. I hate to tell you all this. I don't need to like someone's content in order to say that the stuff that's happening to them is wrong. That people who do things that are wrong to other people just to gain quote unquote clout are disturbed. When they level false accusations against people or do things to get them canceled for no other reason, because they didn't, these people, the people they're doing this to have done nothing wrong. They have some serious mental issues. I'm just saying. And if you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you. People going after a content creator because they just don't like their content. They have this inability of, hey, I don't like this content. And the brain goes, here's an idea. Don't fucking watch it. Block the channel. It is an option on YouTube. And I'll show it to you. If you don't like someone's content, let's just say I don't, no. Let's just say I don't like Lydia. I can go over here and see these 3 buttons. Okay, I want to make sure everybody can see the 3 buttons. The 3 dots right here. You can click on that. Oh, look. Don't recommend channel. Oh my God, it's so fucking hard to do. I don't know how people... It'll take all of 3 seconds of my life. I don't know if I can do that. It's so goddamn difficult. Yeah, I'm being facetious. Like I said, I'm not a nice person. If you don't like Taiga's content, just don't fucking watch it. Other than that, leave the guy alone. Or girl, depending on pronouns. Because I've gotten mixed messages about which pronouns to use. So, you would think after, the document exonerate came out that the hate campaign would go away. That the wonderful, inspirational Nux Taku's apology that came out half his ass would be enough to stop the hate campaign. No. It kept going. And Nux, this is where you need to pay attention to timelines and do some motherfucking research, you goddamn moron. At the beginning of 2024, according to Taiga and other sources that were there, he tried to end his life because the harassment didn't stop. I bet that would make Nux and Charlie so proud that they drove someone to suicide. They helped drive someone to suicide. That wasn't their intention. Well, it's also their intentions to never make a public apology either. Taking full accountability of their action. That is also their intentions. They destroyed someone publicly, and they bury all this shit in streams where they don't even want to put the person's name in the title. Because you want to know why they won't do that? And I'm being serious. I'm not being facetious. It's because they're ashamed of themselves. And if they do that, they have to admit they did something heinous. Listen, there's been a lot of drama I've covered over the past few weeks. None of those dramas, in reality, other than the V Shoujo stuff, by the way, is as heinous as this. Calling someone a pedophile. Calling someone a groomer. An abuser of children. Is pretty fucking sick. And not to publicly have a video with the guy's name in the fucking title is pathetic. That means you are, one, you're afraid of the hate you're going to get. Well, you deserve the fucking hate. Next, you're getting the hate anyway. What? It's still being talked about today. It hasn't gone away. Your part in the hate campaign, Charlie's part in the hate campaign, is still being talked about today. 3 years later, it hasn't gone away. Why? Because you never take public accountability for it. You buried it in streams. Both you and Charlie done that. That's why it hasn't gone away. That's why it hasn't died. And until you do, until you and Charlie make a fucking video taking full accountability with Taiga's name in the title, showing that you're not hiding from it, that you're not running from it, it isn't going to go away. And don't do a half-ass apology. Understand what you did. You helped amplify a hate campaign. You helped created an atmosphere where harassment was approved of. Because whether you meant to do it or not doesn't fucking matter. It's the results. You created a toxic fan base to attack Taiga. Well, I never told people to do that. Doesn't fucking matter. It's like saying, hey, don't send harassment or hate to anybody I mentioned in this video. Doesn't stop people, does it? It's going to fucking happen. You may sleep better at night by saying that. But let's be real. Doesn't fucking do any good. Now, after Taiga tried to end his life, lucky, he was lucky. Nux and Charlie are lucky. There were people there to stop him. This is other people. Then he took a break for 5 months. Not after when that video was published, not after that document was released 2 months later after Nux's video, after he tried to take his own life. Nux, get the timeline right. It shows how much you care about this shit when you don't even want to make the effort to research anything. So here we are. Now, that could have been the end of it. You know, it would die down. It would go away eventually. It hasn't gone away. The harassment still happens. Mostly because, no, let's face facts. I have absolutely okay. Where is her? There she is. Okay, she posted a Twitter post. Okay. Let's see. She made a Twitter post. Basically, I wronged people. Hey, if I wronged you, please, DM me. I'll apologize to you. Hey, stupid bitch. You're the one that wronged people. They don't have to fucking DM you. You DM them. Or, grow a brain cell if you haven't hit your head against the fucking wall one too many times. And make a public apology to each person you wronged. Maybe start there. Because then maybe people will actually take you seriously. And maybe it will help with your reputation of being a manipulative. I was going to say a certain word, but I'm not going to say that word because I don't want to get myself into any more trouble. A manipulative bitch. Okay. Oh, and just want to know why this all came up. Remember when I covered Adora? Marina was hurt by Adora. Adora was saying bad things about Maria. In Maria's case, I'm going to say this. Was it too fucking hard for her to say bad shit about you? Now the truth come out. If you're ever socially pressured by Adora or other friends of hers to distance yourself from me, I'm always happy to talk and reconnect. I'm too old for social drama and holding grudges. I can't imagine how many people were told lies about the things I never said or did by her, or people trying to earn favor from her. I hope I can clear things up with at least some of these people. Well, let's just skip over the fact that the harmful and negative things you said about people that you don't want to take accountability for because you're a stupid bitch. Just say. That's not derogatory. I'm not being derogatory, by the way. I'm basing that on your actions. Just like when I call Nux and Charlie pussies, I'm calling you a stupid bitch because you don't like it when it's done to you, but it's okay if you do it to other people. Yeah. You're a stupid bitch. I'm going to keep on telling people I'm not a nice person. And when I get irritated, the filter flies off. And this bitch irritates me. Not as bad as that ant girl that said a certain word. She's only at bitch level. She has to go a few steps more to get to that other level. Okay, now let's talk about somebody else. Okay, let's talk about something else. Okay, Tiger's channel got taken down. It came back up. The vintage base archive guy mass reported it again, and within 6 hours it was down, and YouTube, wonderful reporting system, permanently nuked Tiger's channel for things that every content creator, a lot of VTubers have done on this platform into Windows. He didn't show any nudity. By the way, you know, naked yoga is actually a thing on YouTube. You can actually watch that video. Children can watch that video. Minors. Okay, minors is defined by law. Anyone under the age of 18 by law in United States is a minor. That's almost 100% across the country. Legally, you are a minor if you're below the age of 18. But if you're 16, you can watch naked yoga on YouTube. Now you know why there's an AI age verification thing going on right now. Because YouTube is that fucking lazy. Basically, YouTube would be better run by a bunch of chimpanzees than the current people who are actually running YouTube right now. Because at least the chimpanzees probably wouldn't keep a convicted child porn producer's content up. And probably will actually enforce their terms of service fairly and correctly. Because if you're going to take Tiger's channel for into Windows or just saying words in a humorous fashion that is slightly can be taken sexual, you might as well ban 95% of the content on your platform, buddy. Tiger didn't show any nudity on his channel. How I know? It's a wonderful thing called the Wayback Machine. You can go look it up. There was no nudity. There was no nudity in his thumbnails. I had watched some of Tiger's VODs. I don't particularly like his content. I'm being honest. I don't like his content at all. So I don't watch it. That doesn't mean I dislike Taiga himself. I don't dislike Taiga. Okay? Just because I don't like his content doesn't mean I dislike him. I can do that as an adult. I dislike Nuxtaku and I fucking hate his content. See the difference? A person's actions define who they are. If you say things like, I'm ashamed of the things I've done before, and you take no actions to correct it, then you're not ashamed of what you've done. Okay, let's talk about this this dude. Now, you got to remember, Taiga has come back. He has come back on Twitch, which is the only platform he can stream on. He most likely could stream on Kick if he wanted to. But he doesn't want to, apparently. I've seen the tweet. This person has made a big deal of Taiga donating some money to charity because he had a GoFundMe to raise money to get a lawyer to try to get his channel back up from YouTube. Basically, the lawyer he probably got told him it was a pointless endeavor and there's no point in even trying. Okay. He had money left over after hiring a lawyer to look into going after YouTube to get his channel back. Which I kind of wish more content creators do who got wrongfully terminated and file a class action lawsuit against YouTube. Because maybe they'll actually do something about their heinous reporting system they have. I mean, my opinion, if you falsely report somebody, then you should be banned from the platform. You should be IP banned from your platform. And if you use a VPN, YouTube should have the right to go to that VPN because I hate to tell you all this. They know when you use a VPN. And get their IP from the VPN and ban it. And to ban the IP that the VPN uses. YouTube, Twitch, all these streaming platforms, all these platforms that post content can do that. Yeah, it takes money, but they can't fucking do that. Okay, so this guy who goes by Saliva, whatever how you say that name, Unmasked, has an issue with Taiga. I believe, and I can't confirm this. Someone accuses him of being one of the former mods that helped create that document about Taiga being a pedophile and a groomer. No, sorry, not a groomer. I do apologize. He didn't accuse him, but purchasing CP. Okay. He was also one of those people who were caught up in the Adora thing. Feel bad for me. And what did Taiga do with that money? That's what Taiga did with the money. And he has a problem with it. It's right there. You know, when you take the money, you could have options, and I believe it's, and once again, someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Taiga told his community that's what he did with the money. He didn't hide it. Could he return that money through GoFundMe? Yeah, he could have. But I believe his community is fine with the fact that he donated that money to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. That's the only people who have the right to bitch, to be honest with you. This person here should keep his fucking mouth shut. Really? He should keep his fucking mouth shut. He didn't donate money to Taiga. So what was his issue? That's the truth. He should just keep his fucking mouth shut. I've never seen so many people pissed off about people donating to a fucking charity, doing something good. And people go, well, I can't believe that this person donated. I can't believe that person donated. How fucking small of a person do you have to be to complain about that? I don't like them, so I'm going to say they're a horrible human being to donate to charity. I'll say that you're a bunch of fucking morons if you complain about it. I'm going to get clout because I'm going to complain about someone who's donating to charity. Yeah. You should get clout with a hammer on your head. Period. End of discussion. But, you know, here's the thing. This dude here. Okay. I think I got it here. No, I don't. But, you know, he was also, like I said before, he was part of the Dora drama. I like the fact this is all coming back to a previous stream. It's slightly amusing to me because I didn't realize. Okay. He's part of this. He's right there. Yeah, he goes after someone who donated to charity. And he wonders why, from what I understand, he has a piss poor reputation in the VTuber community. And the simple fact that he goes by, he's got a nickname that he gave himself, the Bulge. What? What are you? 15? I mean, I know I sometimes have a little bit warped sense of humor. I mean, just look at my jelly short. You can tell I have a little warped sense of humor. But I would never call myself or give myself the nickname the Bulge. Might as well give yourself the nickname. Don't take me seriously as a grown ass adult. That should be a nickname. You know, and they will never apologize for Taiga for harassing or never come out saying they were wrong promoting that document full of false allegations. They'll never admit that Taiga took accountability for buying lewd artwork when he was a minor and hasn't bought it ever since. They won't. Why? Why can't they be adults? All the people I've mentioned, Marina, this Slivia Sparks guy, Nux, Taku, Moist Critical, Charlie, be adult. Be adults. Admit your mistakes. And go to your victim. What do I need to do to make this right with you? I did something horrible to you. What do I need to do to make this right with you? How can I get your forgiveness? I will say this. This is an example they can use. And some people are going to say it's a bad example. I say it's a good one. It's public. She's not hiding it. It's not buried in the stream. It's there for the world to see. It's there for her to get hate. But she's not hiding. That's a public apology. In the same way that the accusations happened. There was a Google Doc that accused her. It's a Google Doc apologizing. One for one. And in my opinion, it's a very good apology. She took accountability for the things she done. She took accountability for the things her manager did. She didn't hide. She stood tall and took it. In other words, she wasn't a fucking coward like Nux, like Moist Critical Charlie, like Marina, like Cillian Sparks. It's right there for the world to see. She's not hiding it. Whether you like the apology or not, you can't deny the fact she's not hiding her apology. She's not burying it in a stream. She's not doing anything to hide the fact that people don't like her. Oh, she's not streaming. She's not. You know what? It's not your place to decide when she should stream and when she shouldn't stream. The people who say that stuff, the people who say that stuff about Taiga, are the same people who want to just feel good about themselves because they got nothing else going for them in their life. That's the only thing that makes them feel good, by attacking Cinder, by attacking Taiga, by attacking Fruit, by attacking Rad, and other VTubers and other content creators, because they're that fucking pathetic. And those Marina and the others that were friends with Taiga and dumped his ass as soon as there was a hint of controversy. And when the controversy turned out to be a big giant lie, which, by the way, the creator of that original document has come out and said they lied. You can find it. I just didn't want to spend 6 hours looking for it again, because it takes a while. But you can find it where that Adrian admits he lied. That the Google document was all lies. But Taiga still gets hate. Why? I don't know. Maybe I'm going to toss this out there. And I'm not saying this is true. Maybe Nux and Charlie don't like gay people. That's a possibility. Maybe Nux felt infuriated and was so afraid that Taiga was going to become far more popular than him. that you couldn't handle a gay person being more popular than he was. That's a possibility, because, no, let's face facts. Nux has a problem with successful female content creators, because look what he does in his thumbnails with female content creators. He has a problem with them. Pattern of behavior, buddy. Pattern of behavior. And if you say you're ashamed of that, well, fucking change your thumbnails, dumbass. And people will stop talking about it. Apologize sincerely in a public video to Taiga. And guess what? Majority of people will stop talking about it. Same thing, Charlie. You don't need to team up with Nux to make a fucking apology video. You could do one on your own, taking full accountability of your part of not saying, hey, Nux, we're not going to talk about that because we don't want to falsely accuse somebody and get them canceled. But you didn't do that, Charlie. You sat there and got a fucking goofy ass grin on your face and kind of went, tell me more, boss. Tell me more. Spill the tea. Tell me lies. Like the song goes. Tell me lies, tell me pretty little lies. That's what you did. And you were wrong for it. Because you could have stopped it. Right there, right then. But you didn't. So, like the saying goes, when you raid the whorehouse, well, you arrest the piano player too. If you don't get that fucking reference, no, open up a goddamn history book. Okay, that's pretty much all I want to say about that. Other than this, this has been going on for 3 years. 3 years of hell. Every time Taiga streams, I'm sure he's got the words blocked, where he's being called a pedophile, being called a person who grooms minors, purchase child porn, all this stuff. I'm sure he's got that blocked in his Twitch chat now. But occasionally he sees, like, people who don't like Cinder, they come on Twitter, X, and all that stuff, and make those comments to him. Then he has to mute and block, and it gets tiring of dealing with that bullshit. You know? If you pay attention to this past weekend, I got tired of dealing with it. And I'm really not a person involved with the Cinder. I'm not involved with Cinder at all. I don't know her. I've never talked to her. I haven't watched her content. I do like her music. I posted something for her so she can hopefully understand there's a person out there that knows what she's going through. And people have twisted it and turned it into something ugly. Well, next time I make a post like that, the only person that's going to be able to respond to it is Cinder. Because I won't let it become something like that. I can't stop people quoting and making snide comments and all that shit. No, I can't stop that. I can accept that. But I can prevent it becoming something ugly by just allowing the only person to comment on that tweet is Cinder. The same way when I posted something to Taiga, the only person that can respond to it, because his DMs are closed, is Taiga. No one else. Because I don't want the people who sit there and go, oh, what are you going to talk to the pedophile for? Duh, 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 duh. It's not being protective. It's being fair. It's trying to do the right thing. It's easy to spread hate. Hey, well, let's be scientific. You know, it's a lot. It takes a lot more energy to spread hate than it is to spread positivity. It's a scientific fact. Because your brain has to work harder to be hateful. Because your brain is programmed to look for the positive. You got to work hard to look for the negative. Because that's all you want to see. But your brain is supposedly wired for you to see the positive. There's no positivity in hating somebody for no valid reason. When there's a valid reason, your brain doesn't have to work that hard because it's justified. But that's pretty much it on Taiga.